All right, everybody, let's see if today we can actually go live. All right. Yep, we are live, so I'm going to invite everybody to join me. If you are already here, well, just wait, chill over there for a minute. All right. All right, how is everybody doing? All right, I've invited everybody to join. So let's wait a minute or so to give everybody some time to join this live session. Right? Yesterday I had some issues with my internet, mate. I don't know why, but the stream kept disconnecting, and I mean it was a drag, right? Hi Lee, how are you? Are you passing the FTMO challenge this week? Hey, Jahya, Quentin, Andre, how are you, mate? How is everybody, though? Hey, Adam, how are you, Sohail? Yeah, go ahead, Akinyele. Ask away. Hi, Tricola, how are you? Good morning, Jordy. How are you, Zenli? All right, so we're going to start by looking at gold, but we're going to give everybody just another minute. I'm going to say hi to everybody too. So Med, you're doing FTMO this week? No, I mean if you feel confident about it, I mean it's never as good time as right now, right? How are you, Sidan? Emra, thank you. Optimist, how are you? All right, good luck, Lee. Keep me posted about that. Hello, Giovanni. I'm fine, thank you, Sidan. How are you, World Knowledge? So, yeah, I'm doing fine, guys. Thank you. Oh, so Akinyele, you have to, just email support, mate. Just email support and they will give you, email support and they will give you all the steps that you need to take in order to join the VIP via that affiliate link. Right, so hello, Rosman, how are you? And welcome, by the way. Welcome, Akinyele. How are you, Pantati? I'm fine, thank you. All right, Sam. So I'm pretty happy that you're here too, mate. I'm pretty happy that everybody's here. This going to, since this is my weekly session for everybody, we're going to keep everything paced down and have a good look at the markets, etc. Right? South Africa in the house. How are you, Chris? Opidun, how are you, mate? So we have 75 viewers at the moment. Hi, 77. Hi, everybody. Remember that, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and do that because we do upload videos every single day. And you might be missing out on some good information there. All right, so we are going to start by looking at good morning. Good morning, all. Good morning. Good morning. It's pretty early in the morning for me, but yeah, good morning. Well, I am happy that you are happy, Unlimited God FX. I'm happy that you're happy. South Africa. Yep. South Africa is always in the house. All right, so we're going to start by looking at the US dollar, right? This is our main focus, the US dollar. Then we're going to have a look at gold because today we had a signal on gold that we had to delete, right? Well, that's the reason that we use stop orders when we trade because we wait for our validation levels to get hit. Cool. So gold was invalidated before it triggered us in, and well, right now impatient longs are suffering. Impatient buys are suffering. Melbourne in the house, Nigeria in the house. Well, take care of yourself, Raj, because this is some serious stuff, mate. Don't play with this, you know. Take the time on this lockdown to really study. Good morning. How are you, dude? There's no better time than downtime, right? Lockdown time, to improve your skills. And remember that this is a skill. The difference between a skill and what you are born with, talent, is that skill can be learned and can be perfected via repetition and study. You cannot create talent. Pakistan in the house. Well, I am from the tropics, mate. Good morning, Jawad. How are you? USA in the house. Uganda is present too. I like that. We have people from everywhere in the world. That is what it's all about. I don't know what Sarawak. I am going to Google this actually. Sarawak. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but I don't know what that is. I have never heard of it. Wow, it's in Malaysia, Brunei. Well, good morning, Hassan. Good morning. So, maybe that's investment plan. Is that your Telegram account, bro? I'm from Canada. No, no. Can you copy the exact name of that Telegram channel for me, please? Because looks like might be a scam. Good. India in the house. I am 39 years old. OMG. Kenya in the house. Everybody in the house. Hey, Australia. So, Minimax relaxation. Can you copy that, the name of that Telegram channel, please? Croatia. One of my first football jerseys was the Croatia red and white from, I think it was France 98. Yeah, that was one of my firsts. Lagos in the house. Awesome. So, hey, remember, Medimax, that I need that information, bro. So, let's have a look at the US dollar, right? Our main focus is always the USD, right? I never get tired of repeating this. Fundamentally speaking, we remain bearish on the US dollar, right? Fundamentally speaking, right? All right, we have a couple of questions. Saint Lucia in the house. A correlation between the US dollar and the S&P 500? No. No. Don't even look at that. Yeah, I remember that David Zucker. USD CAD Olympus posting to waiting for a retracement, and second minute later we have received a signal from you. Cannot tell which because, yeah. Yes, we are both agreeing. Look, All right. So one thing that you have to understand is that Olympio and I are a team, right? Um, Whenever we send a signal, we have discussed that setup between us, right? Um, Everything that is sent to you, it doesn't matter if it's from me or from Olympio, it's always discussed between us, between the team of traders. We agree on, um, the bias of the day, etc. So, um, yeah, uh, Giovanni, I can explain to you, and the reason that I haven't sent the analysis is because I wanted to do this live session first, right? So Medimax relaxation, learn to trade admin. That's the name of the Telegram channel, right? So I'm going to ask support right now. Uh, Yeah, we are we every single day. So let me just type this. Hold on. If it hours. I'll get back to you on that one. I just asked, right? What happened to the copper trading, the swing trade telegram? There was no communication. No, it's still very much alive. I mean, so Hill, my apologies on that. I have to update more those swing trades, and yeah, I have to do that, and I'm gonna start doing that because I know that because we hold those trades for a long time. Um, you need me to update you on the positions. So starting today on the swing trading channel, I will be updating on all the positions. Our silver long got stopped out. I will update on that too. The Euro USD is still valid. Don't touch that buy order, etc. Right, Medimax relaxation. You want to join my VIP group through your affiliate. All right, hold on. Right, so hold on. Let's have a look at you. Just email support. All right, copper might have. All right, so hold on, Medimax. That learn to trade dash admin channel is a scam channel. Be careful with that. That is not ours. Cut all communications with them, and they are scamming people out of $500. Right, so don't reach out to them. The only way to reach out to us, I'll let me just give you the our support email support. I'm sorry. Right. No, hold on. Because there is a lot of scams out there. People. I don't understand why. There's people that are looking just to steal money. That doesn't. All right, cool. So this is the email support, right? Just email here. Just email here, and they will give you all the information you need. Right. So we never contact anybody via Telegram, right? It's only via email, that we will contact you in that email that I just sent you. So Chetan, right? The thing about copper is that yeah, all right, OMD, I'm gonna try to find a free signal for you, mate. But you have to stay here. You have to stay here. So I'm gonna go. You know what? I will do. How about that? I will do tomorrow a live session only for the swing trading VIP, so we can all chat about the existing positions, the ones that hit stop loss for you, etc. Right? So why don't we do that? That will be only for the swing trading VIP channel, right? Hold on. Right. So let's start with the session. Are you cool with that, Sohail, and all the other traders that are in the swing trading VIP channel? That we let's do a session tomorrow to reapproach the swing trading signals, have a look at the trades that are open, the ones that are pending, etc. So let's do that. Does the the S&P 500? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go through equities because they do look good. Yeah, we might actually get on a trade today. Are you? I mean, I think you're subscribed to the swing trading channel, right? All right, all right, Sohail. All right, Kenton. Let's do this then. Let's do this. So let's start by looking at the USD, right? Like I said before, and I've been saying over and over and over, I fundamentally am still bearish on the US dollar, right? That does not mean that I am going to look for short opportunities whilst the US dollar is ripping higher. No, what I'm saying is that fundamentally speaking, the Federal Reserve keeping the pace of their quantitative easing program, right? Buying bonds and injecting trillions of dollars of liquidity into the economy. That is extremely bearish for the currency. Any central bank doing that will flood the economy, right? That's why we are seeing inflation rising. Inflation rising. There's a song that says that, right? So that's why we're seeing inflation rising. So you have to think about this as a commodity, right? The more US dollars are in circulation, the less valuable one single dollar in your wallet is, right? That's pure logic, okay? Now, having said that, right now, we are seeing spikes up on the US dollar, which to me is completely irrational, but it really doesn't matter. If it's irrational, we are going to trade what we see, not what we think, right? Why is this irrational for me? Because this spike high on the US dollar was due because the Federal Reserve or the FOMC, right, hinted to rate hikes by the end of 2023, I reckon, right? Why? Because inflation is rising. The weapon that central banks use to fight inflation is rising, hiking rates, right? And that's why the US dollar completely ripped, and that's why gold dropped, okay? But that move to me is irrational. I am not going to trade against it because I think it's irrational, no. But it is irrational to me. Why? Because inflation is already here, right? The economy is flooded with new dollars. I mean, more than 50% of the US dollars in circulation worldwide were printed during the pandemic. That is insane, right? I mean, inflation is already here. The likes of Janet Yellen is telling us that we are going to see inflation rising for at least 3 more months, right? And the Federal Reserve only hinted that they were going to hike rates. They did not hike rates. And more so, they even said on the monetary policy report that they were going to keep the pace of this round of QE. So, yes, to me, this is an irrational move on the US dollar, but it really doesn't matter if it's an irrational move on the USD, right? Because the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So that's why we trade what we see, not what we think or what we believe. In this case, technically speaking, right, to me, this is the make it or break it level for bulls, right, or bears, from whatever side you want to see it, right? Why? Because this is the key level that was that bulls were holding on, right, and then was retested, and then here is where sellers jumped in. What I find very, very peculiar is this, right? After this spike high, or this big rally during that FOMC week, the USD is trading inside of a rising pattern, right? This is a reversal pattern, but like I said before, and I've been saying over and over and over, this might be a reversal pattern, but it's still not a reversal pattern because it hasn't been validated. Yesterday, I was talking on this candle right here, I was talking about the US dollar being capped to the upside by the 92.80 to 93 level, right? Inside of this rising pattern. But the thing about this is that I told you guys that I was not going to look for sales on the USD because we were printing higher highs, right, and higher lows inside of a rising pattern, which is a bullish structure, right? Even if this is a reversal pattern at a resistance level, until this pattern breaks, this is a bullish structure. Now, having said that, the 93 level is looking like it's capping the upside on the USD or the DXY, right? Now, let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. Well, the 4-hour chart, pretty much the same, guys. We can draw a line if you want on the 4-hour chart. I don't know. Why don't we, right? We're retesting those levels pretty much the same that we are looking at on the daily, right here on the 4-hour chart. I mean, it looks pretty good to the as a reversal pattern. But the thing about this, right? The thing about this is that for a true reversal to be in play, price must break with a ton of traffic here. To me, this is not bearish until the moment, and if it plays out, of course, the USD breaks with that 92 level, and not before. I mean, if we break with today's lows, I mean, and I'm not gonna look for sales. We are still trading above that weekly pivot. We would still be making new higher daily lows, etc. Right? So, I'm sorry, and this is the 8-hour chart, not the 4-hour chart. New higher weekly lows. Right? Let's move back to the 4-hour chart right here. So if you don't know my chart, the dots that you see here to the upside are on the 4-hour chart, the previous weekly's highs, and to the downside, the previous weekly lows, right? On the 1-hour chart, this is the same dots, but it's the previous day's highs and the previous day's lows, right? I use this because I like to visually understand the structure of the market, right? If the market is making new higher weekly lows, then we are in a bullish structure, right? If not, we are in a bearish structure, and if not, we are ranging. So it's a visual aid, you know, for me. I completely recommend it. But I mean, I don't use indicators to trade. You can see on my chart also the weekly pivot. This is a simply a bias, an indicator that I use for bias, right? And also pretty funny. Also, I mean, price trading above the weekly pivot could be bullish, etc. But also for ranges, right? For example, over extended moves. If you look at, let's have a look on the 4-hour chart. I mean, let's do this a little bit of educational too, if you don't mind. I mean, we've been live for 24 minutes and we haven't even done the US dollar, so pretty much we are going to be here for a couple of hours. So go grab a cup of coffee. I will be here. So what I was telling you about the weekly pivot, right? The weekly range, the weekly ranges on the DXY is about 0.91%, right? So, oh boy, What did I do? uh, all right, so 0.91%. So let's imagine that the DXY is trading 0.91% above the weekly pivot. That tells me that this move is really, really overextended, and that we might see a pullback before further continuation to the upside, right? So basically, these indicators just help me very quickly realize what is going on with the markets that I'm looking at. And I only use the daily chart, the 4-hour chart, and the hourly. And what I do is I just go through, I just go through my charts like this, like this, like this, like this. Of course, that I do it very slowly, right? So that's the DXY. Let's have a look at the hourly on the DXY. This double top around the 93 level concerns me, right? For further gains on the USD. More so because we are printing an inside day, which would be in fact bullish. But if the DXY breaks with today's lows, it's pretty likely that we are going to be retesting yesterday's lows, or this is Sundays, or the weekly pivot, right? So heads up to this exact level here, these previous highs. Hold on, let me just put that here. These previous highs, and also, I mean, I trade based on levels, right? Previous highs, previous weekly highs, previous weekly lows, etc. Right? So heads up to that level, the 92.80 level, right? If the DXY breaks with today's lows, pretty likely that it's going to break the immediate bullish structure, right? So and also we are seeing some divergence here on my oscillator. I mean, when I do my live sessions, I don't even show my oscillator because it's really hard to understand, it's different. But we are still very much bullish, right? In the immediate structure and the midterm structure, we are bullish, right? But this double top, right, is bringing some selling pressure, right, on the USD. Now we will have to see what the pre-market volume brings into this market, right? But if we break with today's lows, we will very likely have a red day on the USD. That's the whole idea on that USD CAD. Preparing for a possible breakout. Yeah, so that's the US dollar, right? Hey, if you have any questions, just type it on the chat. If you like what you're hearing, I always enjoy reading your comments. Even if you don't like what I'm saying, just type it out. I don't take anything personal. I don't preach that I am the best trader at all, but this is what I do. This is what I've been doing, and if it makes sense to you, good. If not, okay, this is not for you. You should definitely look for something that makes sense to you, right? I'm not gonna try to push you on my products, on our products, if it doesn't make sense to you. So gold, right? All right. So gold has been a pain in the ass, right? But super spiky, very volatile, still super volatile, right? That's why we are keeping clear, and this signal that I sent you guys on gold today was the first signal in a couple of weeks, right? Because this market is extremely volatile at the moment. Just look at the weeks. Yesterday's candle was insane, right? If that's on market manipulation, I don't know what is, right? All right, Davis, thank you. So just have a look at this, right? And this is the thing. This was so nasty, guys. It was so nasty. Let me explain to you what was nasty, right? So the gold was trading inside of this horrible range for a while, almost a month before it broke to the upside, right? And then it retested back the broken level, right? And yeah, I mean, it printed somehow a setup to buy into some weakness, right? There are some traders that don't even wait for setups; they just put some buy limits, right? And in this case, a buy limit at that level, right? But just have a look at these two 4-hour candles, right? This black one and this white one. Oh my God! I mean, this was just a super heavy stop hunt, right? I mean, all the week long players in the market got slaughtered yesterday, right? True stop losses would have to have been below this week's lows, right? Yeah, I mean, that's why we are not sending signals in metals right now, because it's extremely volatile, right? And because the VAP signals are very short term, right? We try to monetize on short term moves, and I could not send you. I mean, I wouldn't be able to send you a signal with such a wide stop, right? And a 0.3 risk to reward ratio. That does not make sense. So today, the idea was to buy gold, and right now, I mean, let's have a look if we can take a trade, right? All right. I know everybody wants to trade gold, but you know, first of all, let's discuss what's going on in this market. Let me explain to you what I'm looking at in this market, and if it makes sense to you, why don't we try to find a trade, right? So, right. Yesterday's candle, yesterday's stop hunt. This was yesterday's stop hunt. This range right here from the highs to the lows, right? You can see that we were trading in a short-term bearish structure, right? Immediate bearish structure to the retest of the previous broken highs, right? At the bottom of that move, yeah, gold printed a very nasty wedge, right? That broke with, and then eventually price broke with the short-term structure. Now today, today price broke with the short-term structure, all right? And our idea was to buy a breakout of today's highs with a stop below some lows right here, right? Why? Because I think that the range was super tight, but eventually, you know, gold dipped and retested back. This is what I like about this setup, right? And hear me out. What I like about this setup is that it came back to retest the broken structure, the weekly pivot, and this massive zone, right? Let's put on a box, this massive zone right here. You know, I hate colors on my charts, but you know, I know that you guys are used to it, so I'm gonna use them. So this is a pretty heavy buy zone in my opinion. Now, to me, there is buying the dip right now. It's out of the question because the immediate momentum is to the downside, right? My validation level would be the break of today's highs above, you know, like the buy stop that we had before at around the 1975 or so. Cool. But the risk to reward ratio on this position is kind of off. Let's have a look at it, right? Why? Because we have to put our stop losses below today's lows, right? And we have to take profit at the next key level, which makes this a negative risk to reward trade, or risk to reward ratio trade, right? So that is the reason that we're not going to take it, because of the risk to reward. But I mean, you know, this is how we analyze the market. You know, if it makes sense to you, good. And if you're not part of the VAP, I mean, my VAPs get this stuff every single day. Let's have a look at oil. I mean, the OPEC really hammered crude prices, right? I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where was it on Sunday. I don't remember. But they decided to boost the output of crude, right? Well, and that, of course, is bearish for crude prices. But yeah, we are not trading crude. I mean, it's like they were shorting right here at the setup, right? Those bastards. But I mean, you can never know. Now, what are we going to do with crude oil now that we have confirmation that this market is on the short term, right? On the immediate term bearish. What are we going to do? We want to sell this, right? So let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. The levels in crude, they're not as tight as I would like them to be. Of course, that here we are going to see some reaction, right? Because this is the previous heavy zone that was broke with, and here is where real buyers entered this market, right? I mean, historic price action leaves you clues, right? When buyers started pushing price up and eventually broke with this level, they took price up about 15%, 15.5% from the breakout, right? So yeah, we're going to have some very strong rejections or reaction here, but we don't care about that. We're not gonna buy here. What I would look to is a possibility, but I don't think that we're going to have such a deep pullback to retest that 69.70 level for us to be able to short this market. But in any case, mates, I am going to put on an alert, and I'm going to delete it. Hold on, remove, yes. And I'm going to put on an alert around this level because, I mean, I can't keep track of everything that I say, right? No one can. I say a lot of stuff. Shorts in play, right? My VIPs are going to get this signal if it plays out. So that's crude. Of course, that Brent. What I don't like about Brent is that Brent really pierced through through those previous highs. So my preferred, of course, setup would be in WTI, right? So that's crude oil. What else? You want me to go on or not? Do you want me to go on or not? All right, I'll go on. I will keep on keeping on, mates, of course. Cool, so that's crude oil. Let's have a look at some equities, right? Everybody wants to buy some equities. Who wouldn't want to buy equities, right? So let's start by looking at the S&P 500, right? Yesterday I was looking at a possibility to buy the S&P 500. I can't do the Euro GBP because that is a VIP signal, mate. I'm gonna write the analysis. Don't worry, and I'll send it to the VIP. Let's have a look. Yeah, we had a reaction of the highs, right? But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, I'll do the Euro Yen too. I'm gonna start by doing the S&P 500. I'll do the Nasdaq, the Dow, and then I'll go back to currencies if that's okay with you. Cool beans. Right, remember that if you're not part of the VIP and want all of this stuff every single day from me and Olympium, from the team, there's a link below this video, and it's risk-free because we have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to you. Like I told you before, mates, try us out. If this is not what's good for you, just that's fine. Cancel your subscription. you should definitely find something that makes sense to you and something that is good for you. I'm not going to push my product. We are not going to push our product just because, we're trying to make traders here. So the S&P 500. The S&P 500. Well, yesterday I was looking at a possibility to buy the S&P 500, but then of course that I decided against that. Because of this horrible candle. Now, having said that, of course that I was looking at my levels, my key levels, always looking at my key levels. This is the key level of my power buy zone. I like to call them power buys and power sell zones sometimes, Why not? Leave me alone. Yeah. So, but yesterday on the 4-hour chart, right? On the 4-hour chart, I mean, we had a very, very, very strong breakthrough that level. So my idea to go long, well, I just stopped looking for setups to buy, right? The S&P 500. Now, having said that, today, price has retraced back above that level. Now, to me, that is not a setup to buy. Why? Because if you look at the hourly, right? If you look at the hourly, this is what concerns me a little bit about the S&P 500, right? This is exactly what concerns me a little bit about the S&P 500. It's this, right? This level right here. Where the hell is it? Oh, here it is. All right, all of this level right here. Okay, cool. So I wouldn't buy a breakout here. Why? Because I mean, historic price action always gives you clues, right? And this is how I look at the markets, right? If you look at this high, right, this is a super bearish move on the S&P 500. Always calculate the moves, This is a minus 1.67% move on the S&P 500. That is not a regular move, a normal move on the S&P 500, right? Bears were in total control of the market at this moment in time, right? And when the price hit this level, this is where buyers jump in, right? The buy orders that were placed here were so thick that sellers were not strong enough to swipe all the buy orders that were in place here. So eventually they gave up and buyers took control of the market, right? And not only that, but they took price higher. They rallied price 2.44%. So this is a key level to me. Why? Because in historic price action, high volume was traded here. So having said that, what concerns me about a buy in the S&P 500 right here is that we are trading below this level, which means that we are going to find sell orders here. Lots of volume. So, yeah, price faking out of the lows, to me, that means nothing. What I would love to see is a real break, retest, price stabilizing above that level for me to find a great risk to reward trade and enter long here if that pans out. But because the immediate move on this market is bearish, just have a look at my points on the chart, right? Daily high, lower daily high, lower daily high, right? Daily low, lower daily low, lower daily low. And right now, of course, that today's range is super not wide at all. But if sellers jump in here, the trade would be to the downside. But I'm not too keen on trading equities. Shorting equities at the moment. I'm just not. I am just not. That's the S&P 500. Hey, if you have any questions, just post it in the chat. It feels like I'm talking to myself. Or say hi or something. I don't know. Right, so the Nasdaq. Nasdaq. Well, the Nasdaq, damn. Oh, I need to optimize my PC to ensure that my PC is up to date and running at its best. Okay, thank you, assistant. So, The Nasdaq. I would love the Nasdaq. Let me see, Optimist. Hold on. Would you consider splitting out sessions? Due to my job, I am unable to trade anything other than FX, and all equities commodities have lots of restrictions on trading. I'm already part of the VIP group, so it would be good to be able to have the choice to listen in to the sessions that are relevant to me. Well, yeah, I will take that into consideration. Yeah, of course, mate. Of course, I will take that into consideration. But the thing, when I do my sessions, mate, when I do my sessions, I just go through everything, and I get asked to go through a lot of markets too, and I do them. What you could do, what I can do for you, is divide my daily watch lists, between FX. Upload one daily watch list on daily watch list. I'm sorry, on currencies, and one daily watch list on equities and commodities. So that I can do for you. So thank you for the suggestion. I will do that, man. So the Nasdaq. I would love for the Nasdaq to dip to this level and to buy and to fat finger that market, but that's not going to happen, right? That's wishful thinking. But it would be cool, actually. It would be awesome. So let's have a look at the forward chart, right? Yeah, the Nasdaq broke with this very, very nice bullish structure that gave a lot of buys, etc., right? And but you know that the Nasdaq, the Nasdaq breaking with the structure, to me, it's not bearish. Any market breaking with a structure, with a channel, to me, it's not bearish. What makes a market bearish to me is that it breaks cleanly one of my key levels, right? So, having said that, yesterday I was also looking for shorts for longs on the Nasdaq right here, but when I saw the S&P 500 and the Dow, I decided against looking for any more trade for the day, yeah, I gave up. So today, what's the plan for today on the Nasdaq? Well, there's no plan for today unless if sellers bring back price down to the 14,485 level or so. Here is where I will look for buys, mates. On the other hand, same story. Big key level to the upside. Big key level to the upside on the Nasdaq. So this is a no trade zone for me. What are the major bond pairs that we should monitor if we focus on the US dollar and the DX? Bond pairs? What are bond pairs? I don't understand that. Of course that I would do. Thank you for the kind words, Debo. You mean treasuries? Right? Because you're seeing TLT here? If you're talking about treasuries, 10 years. All right, so where was I? No trade zone on the Nasdaq for me, right? Why? Because we are in the middle of the range, and do me a favor, everybody. The 10-year. You know what, Sohail? We are going to go through that on tomorrow's session for. Hold on. Right, cool. So here's the thing. Tomorrow on the live session for the Swing Trading VIP channel, we will go through that. So, okay, appreciate it. Even just a post in Telegram to state when you are moving from commodities and equities over to FX will be great. Not sure how that's relevant to others. Love the content. Thank you, Optimist. Yeah, I'll think of something. So so that's the Nasdaq. All right. You are more than welcome, Andre. You are more than welcome. Yes. I mean, this is not completely selfish. Um, because, like I told you before, at the beginning of the session, this is a skill that you can master. Anyone can master this skill. Just takes hard work. This shit is hard, but it's a skill that can be mastered. It's not it's not something that you're born with. I mean, it's not a talent. This is not like boxing or basketball or whatever. This is a skill that can be um, learned. And optimized. But it takes a lot of hard time, and me doing this for you guys helps me out, to speak about my system, speak about my levels, deeply go through my charts with you guys helps me on my trading too. So thank you. All right. So yeah, equities. I don't see anything. I don't see anything on equities. Right. So okay. So we've been live for 51 minutes. I am going to keep going. I'm just going to remind everybody that I'm still live. Right. You're more than welcome to stay here. We have about what? Another 40 minutes? Yeah. Cool. So let's talk currencies, right? Let's talk currencies. All right. Hold on. I have to send this to a ton of groups. Right, so let's talk currencies. Oh. First of all, let me check my trade, mates. Yeah, everything is peachy. So let's talk currencies, right? We already saw the DXY. Why don't we go back and see what's going on with the DA? Hope you will keep sending updates on Euro GBP. Yeah, I have it on my other screen. Don't you worry about that. But you know what? That trade is going to be hard to manage at this point. Exiting that trade right now when it's down about 29%. It's panic selling, and I am against that. Right. So, but again, this is not financial advice. You can do whatever you want. So if you look at the DXY, we got a new wave of people joining us. Welcome everybody. Why didn't you join us before? I don't know, but we are having fun. So yeah, the DXY is approaching the daily lows. So it's pretty likely that we're going to see some heavy volume traded here. We're going to come back and every now and then to the DXY. Let's have a look at the Euro US dollar. Let me see. Okay, so the Euro USD now. Right. So I'm not going to give you a signal, right? Swing trading signal. I'm just going to show you what we do, right? Yeah, and the patience that we have. Fuck. Right, so the Euro USD again, if you look at this, this is this is what I find very intriguing. Of course, that this move, right, is the opposite of the move that we're seeing on the DXY. That's completely logical, right? But if you notice, the Euro USD has failed to break through that, right? And what we are looking with the swing trading VIP team is a mean reversal on the Euro USD, right? This is the daily on the Euro USD. If you look at this, right, if you look at this chart, and we're looking from March 20 from the pandemic lows, right? This is the pandemic lows. We are looking at a massive rally on the Euro US dollar, right? About 16% or 1700 pips. Then we came back to retest some levels, right? And dropped about 5.21% or 643 pips, right? Again, it happened again around the 122 to 123 level, but this level here is where we saw massive buyers jump into this market, right? So what we're waiting with the VIP team. Chetan, have a great day, mate. If you are on part of the VA or the swing trading VIP team, I'll see you tomorrow. So what we're waiting for, right, is the next leg up in this market. Okay, what I like about this is that we have a very nice reversal pattern in play here on the Euro USD, right? So because we are swing traders, you know, our entry is, I'm not gonna tell you where our entry is, because I mean the thing about the swing trading channel is that because it's swing trading, we don't send signals every single day. That would be insane, right? You can't swing trade every day. And we have to wait for price to reach our validation levels. And it would be disgusting from me just giving everybody some free stuff that they are paying for, right? But what I can tell you is that we are waiting for the breakout of this reversal pattern at our validation level for at least a retest of the 122. So we are looking for, from low to high, a move of about 430 pips at least. Why? Because what I'm really looking for is a break of the 124 level, right? So that's why that's the about this about so that's what we are swing trading on the Euro USD, a very nice 700 pipper. If it plays out, of course, mates. That's the Euro US dollar on the long term, right? On the short term, the Euro USD. Let's have a look at the hourly chart. This is why I hate trading the Euro US dollar on the lower time frames, right? I'm sorry, here we're talking about two very strong currencies against each other. So when you're trading the Euro USD, what are you trading? Are you trading the Euro or are you trading the USD? Is your trade Euro driven or US dollar driven, right? Because these two currencies are so strong, right, you get a lot of choppy range. Just have a look at this horrible range. That's why I'm against trading the Euro USD on the short term, right? If I'm going to look for sales on the US dollar, well, I'm gonna go look for maybe the US dollar Mexican peso, you know. Why? Because the US dollar is so much stronger than the Mexican peso that a strong move on the US dollar is going to create an insane move on that market, right? That's why you need to focus on one currency only, right? And then go to the market that you are going to find that setup to buy or sell that currency. If what you do, the first thing that you open your chart is go to the Euro USD, or to go to the US dollar Canadian dollar, or shit, or the GBP USD, etc. Well, that's not the way to do it, mates. Right, so let's have a look at the GBP USD. Now, the GBP USD concerns me a lot. Why? Because we've had a clean break of these lows. To me, buys are no longer in play in this market. The next buy level that I will be looking for would be here around the 134.74 level, which would be the power buy zone. But right now, to me personally, this is a sell only market. Now let's have a look at the 4-hour chart, and let's just delete this. Because we're going to work this chart together, right? So I'm gonna have to move to the 5-hour chart. Hold on. I'm gonna have to move to the to the 6 hour chart. I mean, to the 8 hour chart. And if you are asking why I look at the 4 hour chart, the 5 hour chart, the 8 hour chart, it's just because I want to have the entire range of the market that I'm looking in one chart without the noise. It really doesn't matter what the time frame to me, right? In fact, let's see if I can do a 782-minute chart. Nah, that's insane. All right, so cool. So this is what I'm looking at on the pound versus the US dollar, right? This was a very, very strong level. The thing about this market, and the historic levels that are below this one is that they are not very clear. Just look at this moment in historic price action, right? Very choppy. It was a move to the upside, but it was extremely choppy. So below this level, the one that I could be looking at as target will be the 135. Of course, that I'm never going to take targets at the exact level. If my level is the 134.54, I'm going to take profits at the 135, right? A round number. Again, what concerns me a little bit about this is this level right here. This market is not very, very, very hot in my opinion. So I'm staying away from the pound versus the US dollar on the hourly. However, what I could, actually it looks good. What I could be looking for is a pullback to this level, and I'm going to put on an alert here. Actually, I'm going to put the alert here on the 137. 137 what? Hold on. 137.27. Is that what I have? No. 127.30. All right. Key level retest shorts in play. All right. So my VIPs are going to get that if this plays out, right? So what I'm looking here is the possibility of shorting the pound versus the US dollar on, of course, selling on some strength, right? And what I like about this setup is that I have these highs right here. Yesterday's highs would be where I would place my stop losses, right? Of course, that I'm not going to blindly sell here, but if we have, and I would have to have some kind of a continuation pattern, in this case a bear flag, a rising wedge, etc., right? And a clean rejection of this level. But in any case, my play here would only be sales and at the retest of this key level, right? That's the GBP USD. Hey Raganath, how are you, mate? So if you're not part of the VIP team, there's a link below this video so you can join, mate. It's risk-free. If our signals are and our content is not what you're looking for, you can cancel at any time. So yeah, it's risk-free for you. Right, so that's the pound versus the US dollar. I'm not too excited. I'm not too excited about it, but that's what I'm looking at. We are running this. I can show you actually. I'll show you this one because this is a pretty nice one. We are running a very nice US dollar Japanese yen short with the swing trading team. Hold on, let me just delete some stuff here. Yeah, delete this, close my other trades. So this is the trade that we are running with the swing trading team. Don't try to follow. No, we have a VIP. Well, welcome, Raganath. But this is part of the swing trading VIP. That's another group. So don't try to follow this. It's 70 pips in the money. You have no idea what we're doing. You're going to get burned if you try to follow this trade. I'm just showing you because this is where we sold, right here at the break of these lows, and we held through this pullback, and we are going to hold through a lot of pullbacks. Swing trading. I mean, if you're one of those persons that, I mean, that's looking at their P&L non-stop, then swing trading is not for you, mates. But the thing about that is that the idea came to me uh, when price retested these highs. Yeah, so you can see the big daily level right there. But again, we were not going to short at the top of a very strong move, right? So we needed confirmation of further downside coming into this market. So I went here, and the first thing that we did also, we looked at the Japanese yen futures, right? Now, why do we look at the Japanese yen futures? Because this is a Japanese yen driven trade. Now, the Japanese yen futures were retesting this very strong level to the downside, and they broke with this midterm bearish structure, right? Very choppy, very structured. But again, and this is what I was telling you about, right? This is what I was telling you about. What was I telling you about? Oh yeah, that when price breaks with a channel or a structure, to me that doesn't mean a reversal, right? It's in play. In this case, price needed to cleanly break with the previous highs. Why? Because it doesn't matter if it breaks with the channel. That doesn't mean anything, right? If it doesn't break with the previous highs, then the overall bearish structure is still in play. Now, the yen futures yesterday closed extremely bullish, which is super, super cool for us because we are buying, we are long the yen by selling the US dollar Japanese yen, right? That's how it works. And right now, this is the first move that we are going to ride. Now, you have to do, looking at the Japanese yen futures to trade the yen is the same thing as looking at DXY to trade the US dollar, or etc., right? It's one currency that you're looking at. Right, so the US dollar Japanese yen. So that's what we have going on. So I needed, right, this low to break, cleanly break, and yesterday we had that breakout. We were already short because of this setup that, this was a clean setup that we took, this one right here. And why wouldn't we want to take it, right? But I was monitoring this trade very closely because if the Japanese yen futures fail to break those highs that I showed you, then we would have closed that trade at break even. But now I'm very happy about this trade. The next key zone to us is, of course, these previous lows around the 109.20, but everything is looking peachy. Now, on the short term, for today, right? For today, if you can see here, we are retesting these previous lows. Okay, so hold on, because we might get something here. Hold on, let's have a look at the US dollar. Right. Let's go back to the US dollar Japanese yen. Let me tell you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this. This is a clean setup to go short on the US dollar Japanese yen. If you ask me, right? A break retest of the previous broken lows, right? These levels right here, and of course this one right here, and a break of the continuation pattern. To go short here, price would have to break with today's lows. The thing about this is the risk to reward ratio, right? So let's have a look at, I'm going to move this to the 3-hour chart or so, just to get a look at our possible targets to the downside to see if we have a good risk to reward ratio. And I think that we do. So we are going to take this trade. Let's have a look about the real risk to reward ratio on this trade. Yeah, it's a good one. So why don't we take it? Shall we? Right, so let's take that trade. Are you with me or are you not with me? So if it makes sense to you, give me a thumbs up on the chat or something. Let me know you're alive, people. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can repeat the strategy quickly, but hold on. Let us take the trade first. I'm sorry. I don't know why I whispered. Uh, what I was doing. Yeah. So I'm gonna take that trade here in front of you guys. What the hell? And I'm going to send the signal to the VIP team, of course. We do have something, and all right. So this is the trade right here. Cool. So position size calculator. So my entry would have to be at the 109.32. Stop losses about today's highs 109.80. I said what? 109.32, 109.80. Right. So let's calculate that trade. 109.32, 109.80. Right. 109.80. 80. Right. So that would mean that I can take a zero. Actually, yeah, a 0.12. But because of the spread, I'm going to take just a new order, right? A 0.10 lot trade. It's a sell stop at 109.32 and 109.80, right? And our targets, I don't remember. Let's just place it before anything happens, and let's have a look at the targets that we agreed on. 108.75, right? So 108.75, 108.75, and that's the trade. That's the signal. That's the signal. That is the signal. So let's. You're going to have to wait just a little bit because I need to send this to my VIPs that are not on the stream. You know that, right? So, first of all, bear with me for a minute, right? All right, so bear with me, guys, please. All right, bear with me. So yeah, and then I'm gonna send this as a no. Yesterday we had a free signal. So if you are part of the free group and not the VIP group, then you're welcome, right? Because and you're welcome about yesterday's win too. Sell stop at 109.32, 109.32, and you know, 109.80, 109.80, and 108.75. I said right, 108.75, and that is a what? 1.5. That's a good risk to reward ratio if you ask me. Cool, so that is my signal on the US dollar Japanese yen. Let me just delete this. Cool beans. Right, so that's what we do, mates. I mean, this is what we do. This is what we do every single day, you know. Yeah, you like what we, I mean, this is what we do. Right, so that's the signal, US dollar Japanese yen. Yeah. Pretty. I mean, pretty slam dunk setup, if you ask me. All right, so let's have a look at the questions. Yeah, Ahmed, I can repeat the strategy. Hold on. Good trade. Thank you. Is there a difference between 6J and the JXY? What is JXY? Let's have a look. Japanese yen. Oh, I mean, no, that's a CFD. Looks like a great setup. Yeah, me showing you I'm alive and listening with the camel. I like that, mate. If the 6J is bullish and the DXY looks bearish, then we can short US dollar Japanese yen. Exactly. I mean, if the US dollar, hold on. If the what? Yes. If the US dollar is bearish and the yen is bullish, that is a slam dunk setup to short the US dollar Japanese yen, mate. And you should only look at that. That Dina is all blurry to you. I mean, what? The explanation or the quality of the video? Right, so yeah, I mean, those are the, I mean, this is how we trade, right? This is what we do. That's how we trade. Right now, both our trades are running in profits. We had a US dollar Canadian dollar short that we deleted, and we opted for that US dollar Japanese yen instead. You know, this can and will happen from time to time. That you know, that we will be deleting signals and just you know, trading another market that is much cleaner, right? And this market, mates, I mean, this is a slam dunk setup. So Ahmed, I'm going to explain to you, this is not a strategy, this is just a setup, right? Well, this is the setup, right? Well, basically, yeah, a little bit of strategy too. First of all, what's the bias on this market? Well, it's bearish, right? Why? Because the impulsive moves are to the downside and the corrective moves are to the upside. Impulsive move, corrective move, impulsive move, corrective move, and we're about to make money on the next impulse down, right? Hopefully. Right, so the setup is this, yeah. When you are looking at a bearish market, right, or a market that is trending down, what you want to do, is just have patience, right, and wait for price to do just this. Wait for price to break with the previous lows, with the previous level of support, right, and then to pull back to retest that level, right? And if it pulled back inside of a continuation pattern, now this is a continuation pattern because it's a bear flag, it's a bearish continuation pattern, much better. Now, also, yeah, I mean that's basically it. All right, Dinah, I don't know what to tell you, mate. So everybody does. I mean, everybody agrees on this trade. Does everybody agree on this trade? I'm really asking. Right. Cool. So that's the US dollar Japanese yen. That's awesome that we found a trade, right? Let's see if we can catch another one. Now, I'm joking. I mean, we already have 3. What the hell did I do? I inversed. How did I do that? Oh. Yeah. So we already have 3 trades running with the VAPs. We are pretty happy about them all. Right. So yesterday's Euro. Yeah, great one, right? And that's the thing, you know, there are always going to be opportunities in these markets. Always going to be opportunities in this market. So if you miss one, fuck it, you know, I mean, just jump onto the next one. Don't chase the market. And if you find a good opportunity, right, because this is the short position that we had on, or the short setup that we had on the US dollar Canadian dollar. Pretty nice too, if you ask me. But the difference is that we were shorting on a very strong move to the upside, right? So by finding that other trade, we completely scratched this one. Do not FOMO. That's a right. Right, let's move on. Hey, I'm happy to be here, you know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a little bit sleepy at first. You know, it was 2:48 in the morning for me. Now it's 4 a.m. I didn't even had my CBD because I was going to do this. Right, so let's have a look at the pound yen, right? I mean, look at the pound yen. Yeah, yep. That's horrible. That is nasty. So nothing to do here. I'm sorry. Nothing to do here. Right. If you look at the pound yen, um, where are you showing that? On the Telegram channel? I don't know. Well, to me, it's a 1 to 151, mate. So I don't know. Yeah, sure. I mean, the yeah, the video is going to be on our YouTube channel. I don't know what time is on my mind. Let me. I think I'm Central or something like that. Yeah, but you know what? I'm used to it. I've been doing this for a while now. And I mean, if you live in my time zone and you want to trade forex, you can't wake up at 5 a.m. I mean, you have to wake up when the money wakes up. Yeah, I love to trade the pound yen. Historically is my best trade, but lately it has kicked me in the ass a little bit. The last one was a buy that I took around these levels. That was a bad trade also. So the pound yen. Now the difference between, I mean, the apparently the yen is rallying at the moment. The difference between the pound yen and the pound and the U.S. dollar yen, right, is that the pound yen did not come back to retest that broken level. Might be because also the GBP is very weak at the moment, but to me, shorting. I mean, you could make the point for this being a rectangle, right? A continuation pattern. But to me, shorting, right? Um, well, maybe the pound yen will shut me up. But to me, shorting, shorting I mean, shorting so low on a move without a clean pullback is a no-no. I just don't like it. I just don't do it. I just don't do it. Did we get triggered on the pound, on the US dollar Japanese yen? Did we get triggered or not? Let's have a look. No, we did not, but we are about to. Right, so cool. Let's move forward. If you are up for it, I'm gonna stay here for another half an hour or so, just looking at the market. So let's have a look at the DXY. What's happening with the DXY? See, this is what I was telling you about, right? Not until we break with today's lows, this means absolutely nothing to me, right? Looks bearish, looks like a double top, but absolutely nothing to me. This is a no trade range to me, right? Why? Because you don't know what's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen, right? What if buyers pick up price right here, and which is happening at the moment, and and price just breaks out of the 93? We don't know what's going to happen, mates. U.S. dollar, Mexican peso. Yeah, this is a great market to trade. But lately it has been quite choppy. Just have a look at this, right? Now, we were looking at the possibility of trading the upside of a breakout right here on the US dollar, Mexican peso, right? And the reason is because, I mean, if you look at these lows, this is a power buy zone, right? Just to look at it. Right, and but the thing about this is just this. If we were to trade the break of today's or this week's highs, right? This right here, what really concerns me is this July 8th high, right? This really concerns me because just have a look at this. This is where buyers got slammed very hard back then. So, There is, I mean, I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen, but there is a possibility, high possibility, that price would do this and fake out of it. So that lowers the probability of that long setup, which sucks because a breakout uh, of this range would be an amazing trade, but that sucks. Yeah. Let's have a look at what else. Oh yeah, we have covered gold, man. But you know what? Just stay here, man. Just stay here, Andy. And when we're done, we're going to be done in about 25 minutes or so, maybe. I don't know. I'm getting a little bit tired, guys. You know, I'm feeling like I'm talking to myself. No one's just speaking to me through the chat. What the fuck? But yeah, I mean, the video is going to no, stay here, and then you can just replay the video. You know, it's going to stay up on our YouTube channel. You know, and it's the same link. Right. So, what else? The Euro Aussie, yeah, or Euro. This was the Euro Aussie from yesterday. Boom, about to hit targets, and yeah, let me show you something very, very, very cool. I don't know if you guys trade Fibs. That's funny, optimistic. Oh boy, crypto camera. What? Hold on. Let me see, because I am long Ethereum, mate. Let's have a look. Don't. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Don't tell me that it's getting hammered. Jesus. Well, yeah, I understand what you say, right? Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you know, we're still very much above that 1650 level on Ethereum. So yeah, that was funny, optimistic. My view on oil. You know, I used to trade oil a lot, but well, you know, such a manipulative market. You know, fundamentals can easily be manipulated. Just have a look at what happened. You know, the OPEC just decided, and this is what's insane about this. You know, just have a look at the let's have a look at the 2-day chart or the 3-day chart or whatever, right? Just have a look where price was trading, right? Just have a look at where price was trading, right? From pandemic lows all the way back to September, October 2018 highs. This is a massive level, right? Massive level. And right there, these assholes decided to boost the output on oil. I mean, it's like they were trading the fucking short setup. Don't you agree? So that's why I steer away from this market. You know, there's, to me, in my opinion, there's much better um, opportunities or markets to where you can make money. You know, uh, without, I mean, everything can and is manipulated, but not like this. You know. All right. So what else? Oof. Mm. Are we triggered? Not yet, sir. Oh, but almost. All right. Let's have a look at equities again. Let's see if what we were discussing earlier is panning out or so. So we were talking about this. Well, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say anything. But this looks very good for a buy. I mean, this little range right here. But I'm not gonna do that because of what I told you about earlier, right? About this massive level to the upside. You know, Yeah, I mean, me too. That was crazy, but really, I mean, I mean, who was going to get in um, and buy futures contract, right? Who was going to get delivery of that petroleum? No one. Yeah, me too. You know, that's why I'm very, very, very long gold. I have a big position in gold. You know, super, super big position in gold. That right now is, let's have a look. I mean, I'm not gonna show you, but I can tell you. Yeah, it's a super big position right now. It's up, super up. Yeah, but the thing about that, but the thing about, yeah, I mean, you have to. There's so few opportunities in trading to really knock one out of the park. I mean, I don't look for home runs. That's a losing um, endeavor. But you know, when I saw this, when I saw this drop, due to, I mean, this irrational drop in oil, in gold, due to the Federal Reserve hinting uh, two rate hikes by 2023 without even tapering down their round of quantitative easing, and inflation hitting massively right now. Here was a buy opportunity in gold like I've never seen before. And I'm writing this all the way up here. Right, so that's a my gold idea, my gold trade. Let's have a look. DAX. I hate the DAX, but I'll do it. Yeah, imagine buying at -10. But I mean, I don't think that you could buy it. I mean, I think I saw a video, or I read an article. I don't know who published it. Might have been Bloomberg or Reuters. I don't remember, about this dumbass that tried to buy uh, crude at 0.05 or $1, and then at negative, and he ended up losing a shit ton of money. And he ended, the thing about that is that he held a contract through expiration, so he had to take delivery of the petroleum. Yeah, the dude was not a trader, right? Just, I mean, he thought he had an opportunity to make a massive, massive, massive payday, but no. Then, I mean, what I remember is that he actually made some money, but what he had to pay to store all the barrels, I mean, he ended up losing a ton of money. No, I don't know. Crypto PNL. I don't. I mean, I don't run that group, that channel, mate. Six figures? No, no. I don't know. Five figures. Right. So, yeah, pretty cool chat, right? Yeah, I mean, no one. I mean, no one had an idea. I mean, no one knew that. Yeah, I mean, futures contract could go negative, but after the fact, you know, it's quite logical that they could, right? Uh, so, I mean, because, yeah, how can a commodity go? How come the price for commodity go negative? You know. Yeah, but that's a very, very funny and interesting chat that we will have someday when we meet. Right. For the time being, let's have a look at the market. You work for a future exchange? Yeah, you see, no one knew. That poor guy that bought a shitload of contracts at $1 and ended up receiving what, thousands of barrels of crude oil. Oh man, yeah, he didn't know that either. So let's move on. Sure, bomb. What do we have here? Let's have a look at our trades, right? So no, these are not our trades. These are mine. Let me change accounts. Right, cool. No, that's the same account. Hold on. All right. So we're still a little bit long on the EuroCAD. We are long. We have this short on the sell stop on the US dollar, Japanese yen, and today the VIPs traded alongside in the Euro GBP. Right, I mean there's only 48 people here, so that's fine. I can show you. So these are the VIP trades that are running at the moment, right? The Euro Aussie, we already took 80% off, and we are about to close the rest because, to be completely and utterly honest with you, I'm hating price action at the moment. We could move. We could move stops higher, but I mean that would be what, 25. Yeah, let's move stops higher here on this one. Yeah. Right, we're going to move stops up to the 60-65 level. Cool. Right, so let's do just that. Right, because we might get a breakout. That's okay. So we are actually locking in on the rest of our position about 50 pips. That's cool. That is cool. So let me just update the VIP odds. Yeah, I mean, if you want to be part of this, I mean, we have fun, we trade, we make money. I mean, we try to, right? At least. You can, there's a link below this video if you want to subscribe to the VIP channel. There is no risk for you because there is a 30-day money back guarantee. And you get all of this every single day. Most stops in what is this? Euro Aussie, right? Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie to what? 1.6065. Locking in plus 50 pips. Yep, 50 pips. 50 pips. Boom. Boom. And I said boom. You took that trade yesterday. That's awesome. Welcome. Welcome to the team. Yeah. Right. So let's have a look at some other markets. Someone wanted me to look at the DAX. Well, all right. I don't hate the DAX anymore. Right, so let me explain to you why I told you that I hated the DAX, all right? So the reason that I hated the DAX was because of this horrible range. Right, hold on, I have a suggestion. I have a suggestion for you to enable members' comments in VIP 10. No way, mate. Sorry about that. If you really want to give us a praise or a comment, you can do so via email. You can do so on the comments on our YouTube videos. There's tons of ways, but moderating a group of 40, how many people are there? Moderating a group of 4,662 people, that would be insane. That's a big no. But thank you for the suggestion. So this is why I hated the DAX, right? This range, yeah, this was the power buy zones, etc., whatever you want to call them. But to me, it was untradeable. Yeah, I hate ranges. Yeah, it would be a bloodbath. No, can you imagine that? It would be like, Reddit without moderation. Yeah, and that's the thing also, exactly, that most VIPs have that VIP channel with the notifications on because they want to get notified every time we send something. Just imagine you get notified every time someone has a comment, and most of them, there will not even be comments. It would be just people's, sending stupid stuff and memes, or I don't know. No, I mean, no, that's a big no. Yeah, so choppy range, right? But now that it has broken to the downside, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Right, so what the DAX, so let's have a look at the hourly. All right, so I'm going to delete every single drawing on my chart because we will do this together. I'm going to put a 2-hour chart because I want to see the entire range, a 3-hour chart because I want to see the entire range. Right, so, yeah, we missed that one. So, yeah, the previous broken lows were broken with. We had that retest of the 15,800, 15 to 15,300 level. Now, this is the thing about trading equities. Moves are very, very fast. This setup, very much like the US dollar Japanese yen setup that we just took. This one right here. Oh, that's a beautiful bearish candle. Bling. The difference between this setup on the US dollar Japanese yen and the setup on the DAX is that when trading equities, you are very, 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 very few times going to find a clean setup like the one that we just all right, hold on. Hypopaceses LLC, what the hell are you talking about? That is a group that is scamming you. We don't do that. That Telegram channel, if you give these people $500, they will steal those $500 for you. Who in this world is going to promise you $350 back from a $500 investment in 1 week? What the fuck? I mean, that is just nonsense. Please don't give them your money. What you can do is put that money in a trading account and trade our signals. We will never ask you for money, and we will never contact you directly via Telegram. Right? So, yeah, I know they're using the logo, etc., but they're scamming people. But we're trying very hard to shut them down, but they keep opening another Telegram channel. So, these people yeah, they're never going to learn. So, the difference about the US dollar Japanese yen short and the DAX short is that in equities you are very few times going to have such a clean setup like the one that we had on the US dollar Japanese yen. If you just join us, this is a trade that we just took. So when it comes to equities, when it comes to equities and when it comes to trading retests, right? Yeah, you have to be in front of your charts, and to be completely honest, this is how I do it, right? This is how I do it. I go to the 50-minute chart. Yeah, I saw the breakout, right? I go to the 50-minute chart and I just wait for this. Bam, 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 bam. And when I see some weakness, I put a sell stop just below the previous low, a very tight stop loss. Of course, I'm not going to put my stop loss here. That would be insane. Stop loss has to be above the previous, the other high. It's faster. Yeah, you should, mate. Give the signals a go. Go ahead. And you know what? You can subscribe with the link below this video. And we have a 30-day money back guarantee because, this is not for everybody. What we do, it will not make sense to every single one of you, and that's fine. You should definitely look for someone that makes sense. That's something that makes sense to you as a trader. You know, that's why we have that 30-day money back guarantee. We are not scamming people. Yeah. So yeah, so that's the difference between equities and currencies. Such a faster paced market, you know. But now that I'm looking at the hourly chart, looks. I mean, yeah, no, it's different. But having said that, the downside on the DAX looks very, very attractive. There's no setup, of course, to go short, but um, yeah, same story on the FTSE, right? So let's see if U.S. equities follow, right? That would be that would be something. I don't think so. I don't think they will follow, right? Um, but I'm not gonna look. I'm not. I am not going to look for buys today on U.S. equities. The only one that I'm really that I'm really digging is the Nasdaq. But I'm going. Discipline, Orlando. Damn it. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah. Maybe later this week we can find something better on the S&P 500. Maybe the S&P 500 is the one that really appeals to me on the upside. And let me explain to you my thought process on this possible scenario, right? And if this plays out, I will definitely be a buyer. So what I need to see here in order to buy the S&P 500, because remember that we are in a massive immediate bearish move, right? We're talking about a move from high to low of about minus 3.3%, right? That's insane. In what, 2 days? Sheesh, that's insane. We already saw that this is my key level on the S&P 500, right? This is my key level, right? Our key level. So what I need to see here is for price to break above the 42.90 level, come back retested for me to be able to buy into this. Now, because of what I said to you earlier about the DAX, if this plays out, is going to be very fast. So I'm not gonna send a signal on this because it would be counterintuitive of me to do so, right? No one would ever catch that trade if I send a signal. Not even me, because I would be busy sending the signal, and I would miss the move. So no, I'm not gonna send the signal, but I can explain to you what I'm looking for, right? So what I'm looking for is I want to see this pre-market. If I see this pre-market, it's going to be awesome. So if I see price action move to the upside, right, and then stabilize around the 42.90, then I will buy. I will buy some. I will buy some S&P 500. Yeah, stops for me, because I mean, I'm not a day trader. This to me would be a hold for all-time highs. These stops would be below yesterday's low. So I'm talking about let's have a look at the range. Yeah, a 1.5% risk. 1.5 minus 1.5% move risk on risk. Do you understand what I'm saying or not? So because I am looking for at least a 2.5%, so that's fine, right? On the all right. Yeah, because what was it? So the risk to reward on this possible scenario is good, right? And just by looking at levels, I mean, it looks okay, right? Again, this is not a certainty. No one, I mean, nothing ever is a certainty. Certainty. I don't know. Here, what we do is just work our way through probabilities, and simple math, and that's it. No one knows what's going to happen, right? But I really know the possible outcome of this exact setup on this exact market. I know that that if this scenario plays out, right? I'm gonna give you the math behind it. If this scenario plays out, right? If we um, a breakout, and the reason that I said that I would love for that breakout to happen pre-market is because whenever this setup yields pre-market, yeah, I mean historically has performed better, right? So this setup has around a what 71 probability of success in this market when pre-market when the highs break pre-market, right? Not at the open. When the breakout comes at the open, the probability of success decreases immensely. Also, almost becoming even, because of high volatility that occurs in at the open, right? Um, so whenever we have direction pre-market, right, or breakout pre-market, most likely at the open, that direction is where momentum is going to be kicking in. So if we don't have a breakout during pre-market, right, momentum will kick in when the market opens, and we are going to have this. And eventually, maybe we are going to get that trade running in our direction, right? But that is much less of a certainty than if it breaks pre-market, right? And I know this because I have done the back test. I mean, like I told you before, this shit is hard. You have to do the work, man. You have to do the work. I mean, I don't take blindly these trades, or I don't take blindly the setup. I don't send blindly the signals. I send them because I know the exact math behind every single one of them. Yeah, sometimes I send you signals that are not as high probability as others, but because of the risk to reward ratio, in the long term, that exact same trade will make money. It really doesn't matter if we lose one trade. Yeah, if I send you a signal that has, let's say, a 69 probability of success, right, with a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, right, and if stop loss gets hit on that signal, who the fuck cares, right? Because I would take that same setup, I would take that same trade every single day. Why? Because on a vacuum, that trade makes money, and that's what we're looking for, right? Don't be results oriented, because if you are results oriented, you are going to go crazy, right? Being results oriented means being focused on the outcome of one play, right? You have to think of this on a vacuum, right? You have to know the math behind what you're doing. You have to know the probability of success of what you're doing. And the only way to know that is to go and sit the fuck down in front of your charts and go back in historic price action and back test the shit out of all of the trades that you take, or the setups that you take in all the markets that you trade. And that's the reason that I only trade the US dollar. Hey, how are you, M12 trade? Because I'm not gonna do this corn, coffee, crude oil, the Norwegian krona. Fuck that. I know exactly how they work on the markets that I trade. And, also focus on one market. I focus on the US dollar. I know exactly how it trades, where it has been, where it will be. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. I don't know where it will be in the future. But you understand what I'm saying, right? If you do backtesting, it's backtesting over the last year or so, fine. Wow, yeah, the sample size has to be very big, and my my advice is that you go at least 5 years in historic price action, and only take. This is the way that I do it, right? I go on the replay mode. Because I don't have an automated shit. I don't have an automated trading system. My system is manual, right? So I have to do this manually. But I do it because you know where I want to be, right? I want to be at the top. So, how is it that you go to where you want to go? Right. So hold on, I'm gonna show you, but I forgot how. How is it that you go back on? Here. No. All right. So fuck it. Let's say that. All right. Cool. So let's say that there you go. I mean, there's a way to go back in certain. Here he is. I remembered. Shit. All right. So yeah, let's go to you know 2018, right? 2018. Cool. And we go there. Are we in 2018 now? Yeah. All right. Cool. This is January. Okay, we are going to start back testing on January 2019. So what you do is you go, you take the replay and you click here, mate. You click here. That's what I do at least. You click here and you go, not by bar. I mean, I mean, I do my thing, right? I watch my levels, right? I mean, I'm gonna do this very broadly, right? So this is the levels, what I'm looking at. Wow, the S&P 500 was trading at 2,700, right? And from that high to that low, and that's December 24th, of course, that's a 13% move to the downside. So I'm looking for shorts. What do I want to see, right? I want to see at least a retest of the 2440. So let's have a look. And of course that if we were break with these highs, because I'm always prepared for both scenarios, right? I want to see a clean break, like always, right? So let's go and let's have a look at this fucking thing. All right, we have the break. We had the break to the upside. So my short idea is no longer valid. I'm looking for longs, right? So that's too high. So what? That's too low, right? Around this level. So then, no, that's high enough. All right. So you know, because I was playing with this fucking thing, I missed the setup. So you know, we had the retest, and then you know, you draw. I mean, you draw your setups. My setup here would have been at the break of the highs, of the daily highs, right? So I put this fucking thing here, and my stop loss, and I see, right? I see my possible scenario, okay? My targets, at least my first targets have to be here, around the 25.98. Let's have a look at the risk to reward ratio. I'm sorry, on this possible trade. Right? So I do get a 1-to-1 to my first targets. I'm always looking at 1-to-1 to first targets at least, because I don't know if buyers are going to be strong enough to break through this, right? And then boom, let's have a I get triggered, right? And then, oh boy, I would have closed manually. No. Boom. There you go. Targets are rich. So, and then you go to an Excel sheet, and you have to, you know, trade by trade, right? The date, the set, or what type of setup. You know, to me that was a bullish breakout of the daily highs on a retest or whatever you want to call your setups, right? And then you put the risk to reward, the market, etc., and you mine that data. Yeah, it takes time, but it's necessary. Right? Now let's go back to where we want to go. Yeah, so that's back testing, mates. You know, you have to put the work. I mean, you have to do the work. You know, like the Rock. All right. So, yeah. I want to keep on going. If you were now, yeah, you know, that's funny that you asked. You know, I'm a self-taught trader. You know, I did everything. I did baby pips, mate. I did the whole 9 yards. I got scammed. buying, those amazing trading systems that are going to make you tons of money, and then you pay $500, and then what you get is a fucking moving average crossover trading system that doesn't work, right? I did it all, and yeah, I did Renko charts. I also did. What other types of candles are Renko candles? I did range. I also did range. Yeah, but and that's why it took me a while, because I had to go through everything to really land on what makes sense to me, and yeah, I paid a high price, but I'm pretty happy, you know. I don't have anything bad to say about Renko bars. I'll show you. These are fucking Renko bars. I mean, they show you a cleaner, right? These are Renko bars. They show you cleaner moves, but then again, the length of the ATR, I don't remember, mate. Yeah, why don't we, we have time, right? So let's put on the ATR length to 100 just to see what we got. Yeah, it would be crazy if markets really move this way, right? Everybody would make money. uh, yeah, but these are Renko charts, right? And these are range bars. So range bars are quite different because no, these. No. Yeah. Oh boy. So one range. I don't even remember what. Yeah. So every single one of these bars is 1,000 ticks in range. So that's why we are looking at on this chart we are looking at the lows on May 20th, right? But if you want to go on 10 range, right, 10 ticks, you can go 10 ticks. But to me, there's nothing like candles, Japanese candlesticks. Yeah, I don't mix them. I don't mix them too much. I don't even use colors on my charts, if you notice. Yeah, I really like, I really, really like candlesticks. They give me all the information that I need. And yeah, I know that you can make the point of, um, candles be in, uh, like the difference between the volume indicator at the bottom of your charts and the volume profile. Price action in candles is divided um, by time, not by levels. But fuck it. It works for me. And the thing about this is that once I started landing on what makes sense to me, and then I started to experience with the range bars and rank coin and others. That complete me. That took 50% of all the work that I had done until then. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna put my legs on top of my desk. Oh yeah. Yeah, to me too. Candlesticks provide more information. And what I'm really looking for, here is ski levels, And really, for example, here uh, you can clearly see with these candles, after a big, big, big bearish move, where buyers jump in this market, right? That's about all I need. That's about all I need. So, now this was a very long session, mates, but I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna do 2-hour sessions every single week because I'm beat. I'm gonna go to bed right I mean, yeah, our U.S. dollar Japanese yen trade did get triggered. I don't know. Hold on, let me see if we got triggered. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. All right, no, we haven't been triggered just yet. Here we go. If you took the exact same trade, I mean the exact same levels that us, we haven't been triggered, but we are about to, right? This is what we do behind the scenes. This is what I do. Uh, if you want to try the VIP signals, the link is below this video. There's no risk for you because we do have a 30-day money back guarantee. And what else? Yeah, I mean, if you subscribe and you don't like what we do, that's completely and utterly fine. Just cancel your subscription. We will give you your money back, and please go ahead and find something that makes sense to you, right? That is the most important thing to understand from this session, is that even though what we do is literally is very basic in the sense that it's not complicated, and we really can explain ourselves and our thought process. Maybe it will not make sense to you, but that's fine, right? But if it does, subscribe. It's only £35 a month, and instead of giving $500 to a guy in Telegram that's going to give you $850 back in a week, just pay £35 a month, get our signals, trade yourself, and don't fall for those scams. No reputable firm, no reputable company in the world is going to contact you blindly and ask you for your money. That is 100% a scam. Please don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. Right? So thank you for joining me. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sticking with me for 2 hours. I thought I was going to lose you, but I didn't. So that in fact says more about me than it does about you. So kudos to me. Right. So if you are VIP, I'll see you guys around. If not, right, have a great week, and I'll see you on Monday. Cheers.